In the 1970s, the warnings were apocalyptic. Rising ocean levels would bury major cities. Equatorial regions would become arid deserts. The North and South poles would melt into tropical zones. Global warming. The Earth is in serious man-made trouble. Or is it? As a physicist, I decided to apply my knowledge regarding the scientific method to the current global warming argument, which relies heavily on the following two assumptions. One, that there has been a verified global temperature rise over the past 100 years, and two, that no better explanation for Earth's climatic change exists. Through my research, I found that neither of these statements holds when tested, because neither has sufficient evidence to back it. Advocates of global warming theory will tell you that over the past century, the Earth's average temperature has risen dramatically and dangerously. By how much? About half a degree Celsius, or in other words, a little under 1 degree Fahrenheit. Can I get the projector working, please? Part of the fun.
Yeah.
How y'all doing? All right. Now we're in business. So, hope you remembered what I said before. Here is a chart showing the seasonal temperature variation at the Los Angeles airport. The horizontal band that goes across the chart is made up of 365 vertical lines, one for each day of the year. Each vertical line stretches from the daily low temperature to the daily high temperature. So, how big of a change are we talking with half a degree Celsius? A change about that big. Or in other words, no larger than the dot on the I in airport. Proponents of global warming theory are claiming the equivalent of stringing together 100 of these graphs and finding a total change that minuscule. This clearly falls within the statistical margin of error. Further clouding the credibility of the alleged temperature rise is the fact that only land-based measurements even hint at the possibility of a warming trend. Data from other sources, such as ocean water samples, satellites, which in many ways are considered superior to land-based stations, and weather balloons, indicate either one of two things. One, that there is no temperature trend, or two, in some cases, even a global cooling trend. Let us suppose, however, that sometime in the future, we are able to successfully identify a rise in global temperature. Will this human-induced global warming theory provide the best explanation for what's happening? While researching this matter, I have found an alternate explanation which is not only more simplistic, but more sound in logic and more straightforward. The Earth's dominant source of energy, the sun, is critical in determining weather and climatic patterns. However, were you aware that the sun changes the amount of energy it puts out frequently and periodically? This change in solar output, referred to sometimes as solar variation, is well documented and has been known for years to significantly affect the Earth's climate. Here is a chart illustrating the relationship between sunspot cycles, which are linked to solar activity, and the occurrence of major droughts in the western United States. As you can see, a major drought has occurred without fail after every other 11-year sunspot cycle for at least the past 300 years. Despite its lack of publicity, this link between solar output and the Earth's climate is thoroughly established and accepted. In fact, the author of the nonpartisan Encyclopedia of Weather and Climate, Michael Allaby, states, "It seems likely that natural changes in solar output may be the most important cause of climatic forcing or climatic change, rather than the forecast changes in carbon dioxide concentration. So, solar variance leads to constant climatic change. Why is this so important? Because it illustrates that Earth's climate never has been and never will be in equilibrium. It is constantly changing. In conclusion, the alleged temperature rise over the past century is doubtful, and a better explanation for climatic variation exists. So, you may be asking yourself, why does global warming theory persist? Because it has been, and still is, sensational enough to open the pocketbooks of many who may not know any better, and who do not take the time to check the facts. Furthermore, environmental groups are more than happy to offer attractive monetary incentives to any research institution willing to further fan the flames of the global warming agenda. I urge you, do not be deceived. Complete information can and will lead you to the conclusion that global warming theory is not science, it is irresponsible speculation. Seek out the truth, study the facts, for if you do, you will find that the global warming theory is no more than just a bunch of hot air.